We've shown you the videos of the raid surrounding the Marion County Record, the local paper in Marion, Kansas, outside Wichita. Well, in an unprecedented move, police officers and sheriff's deputies took phones, computers, and documents of the paper's staff, all because a reporter accessed publicly available driving records on.
Criminals don't care about laws. They don't obey laws.
Wow, that's profound. I mean, you're talking about our justice system just doesn't obey the same laws that they're meant to enforce, is what you're saying.
Yeah, or even the laws that they make for themselves, for that matter. They don't obey those.
The backlash rested on the shoulders of Police Chief Gideon Cody, who resigned. State agencies and local leaders distanced themselves from the chief and what happened. But new reporting by the Kansas Reflector shows many of these same groups of people knew what was happening days before the raid.
His ego is writing checks. His body can't cash.
The Kansas Bureau of Investigation had advanced copies of the search warrant and that it had been sent to the county attorney for pre-approval. Same prosecutor who claimed he hadn't seen the affidavits in detail until after the raid.
I think somebody's living in the land of make-believe. When you lie, it makes me mad. I think these youngsters could use some guidance.
To kind of compare now more accurately what these officials knew before the raid and what they said about what they knew after the raid.
Oh, the pool.
Wow! And there appear to be some discrepancies there.
And that's an understatement, I think, from looking at your reporting. What surprised you the most about what you found?
ABI officials who have copies of these search warrants and are actually participating in the investigation leading up to the raid.
Right, the Lord will extend his forgiveness.
Yes, he will.
But he ain't gonna do it for free.
No.
In order to be forgiven, you must go to the root of the word, which is give.
Give
For give.
Give a
Forfeit
give.
up.
We have Department of Revenue staff who treated this as a crime before the raid, that the reporter had accessed their online database to get a public record, but then after the raid very clearly said this is a public record.
Herr Mueller, what is wrong with you? Those are not death throes. You are being an idiot.
And then a fire marshal investigator who was called in to help with the manpower situation there, who attaches to his report that day a 3-page legal memo about federal protections for journalists, basically saying, here's why we should never do the kind of raid I just participated in.
Are the
Elliot. No.
county attorney or sheriff's deputies or KBI saying anything? Because what you found certainly paints this story in a different light from what they had presented a few months ago.
Almost everybody just didn't respond to the questions that I've had.
Is there anything you want to share with us?
Share? I'm the head of an evil organization. I don't share, okay?
Looking in, there were so many obvious First Amendment issues here. What struck you about this?
Yeah, you know, in addition to the agencies that I talked about a second ago, you know, the county attorney and the sheriff's office were also part of this investigation and had knowledge that this raid was going to happen.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
I thought you'd never ask.
You gotta reach right out and love each other. Never push or shove another unless you're angered by something that they've said, and then feel free to kick them till they're dead.
I don't understand. What would you do? That's...
Why did you have to act so mean? Don't you know you're